It's reported that WWE really wants Stone Cold Steve Austin to return and wrestle a match at this year's WrestleMania. Further reports say that, if it happens, this could lead to a deal similar to Edge or Goldberg for Austin, where he'd wrestle a handful of matches every year. Taking a step back though, should Stone Cold even wrestle again? For WWE, bringing Steve Austin back makes all the sense in the world. Stone Cold is a name that still moves millions of dollars of merch every year. Plus, if WWE is currently struggling to sell WrestleMania tickets in Texas, bringing in Austin would help dramatically. Even if Stone Cold asked for, say, $1 million to wrestle one match, the merch sales alone from his return would more than cover the cost. Another reason is the mainstream appeal. Austin is the biggest star of the Attitude Era. It's practically guaranteed that many lapsed fans will tune in for the first time in years to see their favorite wrestler compete one more time. That means more people signing up for Peacock and the WWE Network, and will give Raw and SmackDown a massive ratings boost. For us, the fans, who wouldn't want to hear the glass shatter again and see Austin march towards the ring and get inside the ropes? Plus, if Stone Cold wrestles a few times each year, think of all the dream matches we'd finally get to see. Austin vs. Lesnar, 20 years in the making. Austin vs. Randy Orton, the RKO vs. the Stunner. Austin vs. AJ Styles, Bobby Lashley, Drew McIntyre, Seth Rollins, Roman Reigns, Goldberg, maybe even John Cena or The Rock. There are a lot of reasons why Stone Cold Steve Austin returning would be great, but there are also reasons why it wouldn't. Firstly, Stone Cold Steve Austin is 57 years old. That's older than Goldberg, who at 55 has had trouble delivering amazing matches. On top of that, back when he was wrestling full-time, Austin can get through a match with just a punch, kick, and stunner. The issue is that wrestling has changed drastically since then. Matches now have more complexity to them with more athletic moves. A counter-argument, though, is that both Goldberg and Brock Lesnar are considered main eventers today, but they keep their movesets fairly simple. Stone Cold could probably still have enjoyable matches with younger talent, even with the two different styles. However, that leads to the biggest issue with Steve Austin returning, the younger talent. If Austin returns and fights Kevin Owens at WrestleMania, Stone Cold will be treated as a main eventer. He'll beat KO and probably beat most of the current WWE stars until he gets to Roman Reigns or Brock Lesnar and loses to one of them. This would be yet another 50-something part-time wrestler coming in for mainly the bigger shows, defeating the current talent, then presumably not appearing on Raw the next night. This prevents the younger wrestlers from reaching the same levels of popularity that Stone Cold achieved. Now, this has been going on for years with people like Goldberg, Brock Lesnar, and even The Undertaker. This is all the more reason why we don't need another part-timer in 2022. But maybe there's a way to make it work. Let's say Stone Cold returns and challenges and defeats Kevin Owens at WrestleMania. What if Austin and Owens' feud continues on and off until they have a rematch at SummerSlam where KO defeats Steve Austin? This could lead to the two building mutual respect and possibly becoming a tag team, much like Sting and Darby Allin did in AEW. What ends up happening is Stone Cold becomes a middle-of-the-card attraction. That way, fans get to see Austin while keeping the main event open for other stars. Going along with the tag team idea, that would allow Stone Cold to compete with the younger talent who could work around Austin's style of wrestling. Plus, saving him as the hot tag in tag team matches allows him to be more explosive and look more like he was in 1998. This would allow Stone Cold to win while also helping build a newer talent like Kevin Owens. It's tricky, but I think there's a way to make Steve Austin returning to WWE work really well. In the meantime, you can spend the next 10 minutes hearing about some really cool WWE facts. Just hit the video on screen.